Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. And if you want to play along with the recording, what you'll have to do is kind of tune down a half step. So you actually have to go to the tuners and loosen them up to get to E flat, B flat, G flat, D flat, A flat, and E flat. But we're just going to do this lesson in standard tuning. And we're going to start off with our intro progression on an E minor chord. And we play E minor. First finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger on the D string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now you may also want to think about adding in the third finger on the B string third fret, pinky on the high E string third fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor 7, so you may want to think about using that for your E minors through the song. And then from the E minor, we'll be going to a D major chord for a little push in the way you play D major. First finger goes to the G string on the second fret, second finger on the high E on the second fret, third finger on the B string, third fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And while you're on Ds in general, you can always kind of lift off the second finger, kind of make that a D suspended second, or you could take the pinky and add it in on the high E third and make that a D suspended chord. Kind of work some D things and say some things on D chords. And then from the D, we go to a G major chord, and we play G major. First finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, third finger on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the third finger on the B string third fret, pinky on the high E string third fret, and if you strum all those together, that's another way you can play your G major through the song. And then from the G, we go to a C major chord. Okay, C major. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, third finger on the A string third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the first finger and making it a C major 7. Or you can take the pinky and kind of add it in on the B string third fret and make it a C major 9. Or another way to play C major 9 is to do first finger on the D string second fret, second finger on the A string third fret, third finger on the B string third fret, and the pinky on the high E string third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major 9. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major 9 on the intro, we go back to our E minor chord. And then we kind of do another E minor. And you can kind of work it as kind of a down idea, kind of that E minor, D, G, and then kind of a C, 2, 3, 4, E minor for A, another E minor for A. And that can be kind of a cool, sneaky way to kind of intro the tune if you're kind of digging on that. And I'm kind of adding in a little bit of right hand beating just to kind of make that a little bit sneaky, so you may want to kind of play around with that. But a lot of times to support my voice, I like using something called the strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Now the weird part about applying that pattern is that E minor that we start off with, we kind of get the down, down, up, up, and then we could hit the D with a down, up, and then we could do our G with our whole pattern, down, up, down, and then we do our C with just a down, down, up, and then we hit our E minor with our whole pattern at the end. So through that whole intro, you'd have E minor, down, up, D, G, C, down, down, up, strum pattern I would think about using through the song there is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you do on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing it up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. intro is we'd have the E minor with the down, 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 up, down, and then the D with a down, up, and then our G with our whole pattern. G, down, down, up, down, down, up, and C with just a long down, 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 up pattern. And then we do our E minor with our whole pattern at the end. So all together on that intro, you'd have the E minor, down, down, up, down, D down, up, down, and G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, E minor, down, 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 and then from that intro, we'd be going into our first verse, which kind of takes those ideas and kind of mixes them up. So we tried our first verse, which is the down, down, up, down, up. We have E minor, down, up, D, G, C, E minor, D, G, C, E minor, then we gotta hit a little D major. Oh, E minor. And then from there, we'd be going into our second verse. So we try our second verse with kind of the 16th idea. We'd have the E minor, D, G, C, E minor, D, C, verse, in my, where you want to kind of do just downs on E minor and G, E minor, G, and then from there, then we go into our pre-chorus part. And our pre-chorus, I'm kind of following the keyboard line here for these chord changes, but you start out on the C major and then go to an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string, second fret, third finger on the G string, second fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, we go to a D major, and then an A minor. And then we're back to C, A minor, D, A minor, C, A minor, D, A minor. And at the very end, there's this cool little bass line where you can play third on the A, second on the A, open A, third on the low E string, and then we kind of hit a D major chord with our whole pattern at the very end. Now on that bass run, if you wanted to back that up with chords, you could kind of do a C major and then a G. And since we're kind of bringing out that A string on the second fret, you could kind of think about that as a G slash B, or a G with a B in the bass. And then we go to A minor and then a G, and we almost kind of jump into the D a little bit early, actually, through that pre-chorus part. Now the weird part, if you're doing down, down, up, down, up, is we kind of half those between a lot of the chords. So you can do the C with a down, down, A minor on the up, down, and D with a down, down, A minor on the up, down, C with a down, down, A minor on the up, down, D, down, down, A minor on the up, down, C, down, down, A minor on the up, down, D, down, down, A minor on the up, down, up, C, G slash B, A minor, G, D. Digging on the 16th pattern, on that very last part where we've got that push, you may want to work kind of a C with a down, down, up, G slash B with a down, down, up, A minor with a down, down, up, G with a down, down, up, before you hit that D with the whole pattern at the very end. And with the halving, you may want to do the C with kind of a down, 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 and then hit the A minor with a up, down, down, up, down, kind of halving it through it. So we tried our 16th through the pre-chorus. We'd have C, down, down, A minor, up, down, down, up, down, D, down, 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 up, down, down, up, C, down, 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 A minor, D, A minor, C, A minor, D, A minor, C, G, A minor, G, D. And then from there, then we go into our chorus part. our chorus, we start out on the G major, we're kind of that down, down, up, up, if we're doing the 8th note pattern. And then we hit a E minor with a down, up. And then we do our D major with our whole pattern. And then we go to A minor for kind of the down, down, up, up. And then we hit an E minor with a down, up. And then we go back to D with our whole pattern. So we try our chorus with our 8th note pattern. We'd have the G, down, up, E minor, D. Open G, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the D, open D is kind of a lead into an E minor chord actually at the very, very end. It kind of gets set up to kind of start our next verse. Now if we tried that chorus with our 16th pattern, you could do the G with the down, 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 up, up, down, and then hit the E minor for the last down, up, down, up, and then do the D with the whole pattern. And then we'd have our A minor with our down, 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 up, with the down, up, down, and then our D with our whole pattern. Through that part. So we try our chorus with our 16th pattern. We'd have the G, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, A minor, E minor, G, verse. Now one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, or the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the E minor you'd have low E for the bass, on the D you'd have the D for the bass, on the G you'd have low E for the bass, on the C you'd have the A for the bass, and on the A minor you'd have the A for the bass. So we tried adding basses to our next verse. We'd have E minor, low E bass, down, up, D, G, C with an A bass, E minor, E minor, D, G, C, E minor, and then we kind of end up with kind of E minor and G to kind of push into the pre-chorus part. Or if we tried adding basses to the 16th, you can make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down, all the cool variations. So we tried that verse with our 16th bass pattern. We'd have E minor, D, G, that would be another way to kind of work that push into our pre-chorus part. So we try our pre-chorus with basses. In our 8th note pattern, you'd have C with an A bass, down, up, down, D with a D bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, D with a D bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, D with a D bass, down, up, down, up, C, G slash B, A minor, G, D. Try adding basses to our 16th pattern. On that last part, on that push, you may want to do kind of a C with a bass, down, up, G slash B with an A bass, down, up, A minor with an A bass, down, up, G with low E bass, and kind of lead into that last D chord. So you have C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, 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 D with an E bass, A minor, C, chorus. And if we tried adding basses with our 8th pattern, you'd have G with low E bass, down, up, E minor, D, A minor, then A bass, C minor, D, G with low E bass, E minor, D, A minor, then A bass, E minor, D. Or if we tried adding basses to our 16th pattern, you'd have G with low E bass, then we kind of go into our chorus vamp at the very end, where we kind of add an extra D at the end. So you have that G, A minor, now if you know there are licks around these chords, or other voicings for these chords too, that can always be kind of cool. Kind of add in some licks around the chords, kind of mix it up a little bit, kind of make it your own. Take the lesson and kind of run with it, any way you want to. That's the basics of how you could strum through I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. And remember to tune down a half step. So, good luck.